Steph here with Tiny's Garden, and today I am excited to bring you this video I've been looking forward to making, which is my complete set of seed starting supplies. Here in Zone 5B, we're in the Chicago suburbs and we're getting ready to start seed starting next month in January. I know a lot of us have either started already in warmer climates or are getting ready to start, so I thought this is the perfect time to lay out a list of everything I have for a complete set of seed starting supplies. Now, I know many of you may be starting seeds for the first time and don't necessarily want to invest a lot. That's okay. My first 4 items that I'm going to show you on this list are my must-haves for seed starting. The rest of them, which there's a total of 9, you could go without if you needed to, but I'm including them because I've had enormous success after my first year with them. So get a pen and let's get ready to jot down these items. Okay, item number 1 is cell trays or a seed starting kit to start your seeds in. This is the Seed Starting Success Kit from Gardener's Supply. I'll look up how much they're selling them for because I'm not sure off the top of my head, but it comes with a complete package of things to start your seeds with, meaning it comes with a reservoir tray to hold water in, a mechanism to hold up a wicking mat, which is a huge insurance policy. This means you can put the wicking mat onto that mechanism. It'll just sit there with one longer end touching the water to wick up water to keep your seeds moist underneath. Your cell tray is where the soil will go and your actual seeds. That'll sit right up on there. So this means if you miss a day or 2 of watering, you've got insurance. Those seeds are still gonna stay moist because of that wicking mat. Huge bonus. Lastly, you've got your humidity dome, which acts as your greenhouse. So you'll set this on after you plant your seeds before they germinate, and it'll keep humidity in there to help speed up your germination. After your seeds are germinated, you'll simply take off the top and you're good to go. Also, what comes with this kit is seed starting soil. Seed starting soil is different than regular potting soil or compost because it's thinner, it's more breathable, it allows those little seeds to poke up through the soil. So you want to make sure that you're using the proper seed starting mix. This is included with this, which is why I love this set. I used this last year and had incredible results. They're easy to clean and use year after year. To me, it's for sure worth the investment. However, if you want a budget-friendly trick, which is essentially free to go take out containers. Shout out to Nicole from Flower Hill Farm for making this amazing idea known. You can simply put seed starting mix in the bottom of this, put your seeds in there, put the top on, which is acting as your humidity dome, and essentially it's a mini greenhouse or a mini seed starting kit. This can be free because usually we all order takeout at some point. However, it does get more difficult to actually transplant the seedlings out when the time comes. With the cell tray, it's really easy to poke them out. Also, the roots could get bound if you plant too many in here because there's no separation. In the cell tray, you have those individual cell slots, so it's a lot easier to make sure that the roots aren't winding together. But this is an option as well. The next and most obvious supply you need is seeds. My favorite go-to seed company is Johnny's Seeds. This information on the back of their packets is invaluable. So much information to help your seed starting experience go really smoothly right there. Hudson Valley Seed Co is another company that I enjoy using their seeds. Look at that artwork. How pretty is that on the front? Their packaging also has instructions of how to grow their seeds on the inside of the packet. Also, thank you to one of my subscribers, my Bloom Overflows, for telling me about Swallowtail Seeds. I went to their website today and checked them out, and they have a lot of unique seeds I've never seen before, and especially some for the shade, which oftentimes I don't find as many different unique varieties for shade. So thank you for that recommendation. Now we're gonna take a little field trip to the basement into my kitchenette to check out some grow lights, the third supply you definitely need. This is a bamboo grow light system that I bought from Gardener's Supply. It is more of an investment for sure. However, there's 3 different shelves and they all have removable metal trays. Voila, like this, which is really helpful because it'll catch any water spills that go overboard. Each of these shelves has a little switch to turn on the light, and voila. Oh, hello! 14 to 16 hours is usually how long you'll keep your grow lights on during seed starting season. And this kit comes with really every single thing you need and is pretty easy to put together. This is the homemade grow light that we made last year using supplies from Home Depot for about $120. It is a little more, what's the word, laborious, even though it's still not super difficult to use, but you do need to manually move these down. As the seedlings get bigger, we move them up. The one upstairs, the light is strong enough to hit the seedlings from any height. Also, we have to plug each of them in, turn them all on, or turn them off if we only want some on. We have to take one plug out. You can also see the bottom does not have a solid bottom layer, so sometimes water may spill a little bit here and there. It 100% works. It gets the job done. I did use it to start some seeds last year, but I personally do recommend the one I have upstairs. That's more of an investment, but gets the job done a lot easier and really well. The 4th and final must-have seed supply is the Crescent Energy Pro Sprayer. This water bottle is my holy grail of water sprayers. It has an adjustment nozzle for your size of spray, whether it's really directed or wider. Also has a weight in it so that you're not constantly pumping to get that water to come up, even if there's not that much water in the sprayer. I know it sounds a little silly to say, oh, you have to get a certain water sprayer, but I went for the cheap versions at the start of last year and was constantly trying to get water to come out toward the end, or my hand was cramping because I was pumping and spraying water on my seedlings all the time. Just trust me, it's worth it. The Crescent Energy Pro Water Sprayer is a must. I went so far as to looking online to see who had it in stock because it can be difficult to find. It's not on Amazon, it is on pottedstore.com for $16.95. Again, it's worth it. Time for the high pony. Time for the high pony. Okay, those 4 things, the seed starting kit, the seeds, a grow light system, and the Crescent Pro Spray water bottle are my 4 ride or die must-haves for seed starting. These next 5 things are the things that are going just a little extra mile to give you the absolute best results you could hope for. Number 5 is fertilizer. About once a week, you'll come in and fertilize your seedlings to give those seedlings all the nutrients they need to grow healthy and strong. You'll use a different water bottle than your usual water bottle because you don't want to have extra fertilizer in your regular waterings and get them confused. So, bonus tip there. But Nature's Harvest organic fertilizer is what I have found works really great. Not Nature's Harvest, Neptune's Harvest. There's this orange one, which is a fish emulsion fertilizer. There's also a blue one that works great. I use that one as well. For my vegetables, I prefer the Neptune's Harvest tomato and veg fertilizer. Just a little different makeup for the vegetables. These have been great. I used them last year in my first year of seed starting, and I had really strong and healthy seedlings. Full disclosure, this smells absolutely horrendous. Now you know, and you move on because we do what's best for our seedlings. Number 6 is vermiculite. You won't need to use this on all your seeds, but for some, it's extremely important. Vermiculite helps loosen up heavy soil, which seed starting mix isn't necessarily heavy, but there's some seeds that need to be able to push up more easily than others. This also helps with keeping moisture onto the soil. So vermiculite is always great to have on hand for your seed starting. Usually the packets will tell you if you need to add vermiculite or not. Number 7 is a fan, or anything that will produce some wind and some instability for your seedlings. After your seedlings get a few true leaves on them, or whatever your package instructions tell you, you're going to transplant them and start to harden them off outside. The purpose of the fan or some wind is that those seedlings will become strong and healthy and get used to wind that they will have and experience outside. If they don't have this inside, they'll be less likely to stay strong and upright and sturdy outside. Number 8, a heating mat. Heating mats come in all sorts of sizes. There's absolutely huge ones if you're starting an enormous amount of seeds. There's ones like this. There's ones that are smaller than this. You can pick whatever size works for you. But most often, if there's heat underneath your seedlings, they'll germinate more quickly and be healthier. One option you have when ordering your heating mat is ordering a thermostat to go with it. This thermostat you can set to a specific temperature because some seedlings have a very specific temperature they need to be at to grow and germinate best. So this isn't necessarily something you have to get, but I did get one toward the end of the season last year because there were some that I noticed really needed to be at a specific temperature. And last but not least, number 8, we have cell containers for transplanting your seedlings. Again, this is not something you necessarily have to buy at the beginning of the season, but I found out last year it was nice to have these on hand to be able to transplant your little seedlings up into a bigger container so the roots have room to grow and establish before you plant them out into the landscape. You can use several different types. Some are just from things I got at the garden center, and I keep all of these little cell trays so that I have some for transplanting. Last year I bought a little pack on Amazon to get me started because I didn't have as many on hand. For some that you know are going to grow into bigger root systems, you can use a big one. So there's some options here, but make sure you're collecting these because they will come in handy to have on hand during transplant time. And that's it, everybody. I hope this list was fully comprehensive for you and helpful in getting supplies ready for your seed starting season. Best of luck if it's your first season, and best of luck if you're doing this again. It's always fun, always rewarding, sometimes frustrating, but completely worth it. We try and we try again if something fails. Anyways, please comment below and let me know if you have any must-have seed starting supplies that you think I'm omitting. I love to learn. Comment below and let me know what you're most looking forward to seed starting this year. Please like this video and subscribe to our channel to follow along here with all things garden. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.